everybody, how's it going? StormeDegree 14 here, welcome back to another reaction. Finally getting back into nostalgia critic reactions. Gonna be reacting to his newest review on the movie Flushed Away. Now actually, this movie is a part of the series of Wallace and Gromit and Chicken Run. Basically, they're animated the exact same way. And honestly, as for Flushed Away, I actually didn't find it all that bad necessarily. I actually found it fairly decent enough as a kid. I mean, I do know that, like, a lot of things in it could be kind of annoying, like the freaking slugs singing all the time, which, I get it, can be kind of weird. But, I don't know. For the most part, I think it was, like, a solid comedy film for the most part. But, as for, like, emotional investment, I don't think there is that much to begin with. But, let's see what Doug thinks. In 3, 2, 1!
This episode brought to you by Legacy Box, the best way to digitize your home movies and photos.
Interesting
Come
enough.
check us out at Flashback Weekend in Chicago, August 2nd to the 4th.
I would if that was anywhere near me, but it's not. Sorry. Here we go.
Hello, I'm the Nostalgia.
Hey, Doug. It's been a while.
So you don't have to. When you usually hear stop motion, you might think of Nightmare Before Christmas or Walt Studios.
And yes.
These examples are no doubt classics that use a similar style.
Correct.
Using plastic-like textures and replacing the heads with different expressions decided by a computer.
Right, and then there's computer claymation like Flushed Away.
It's not being used as much in film anymore.
It's such a shame.
Animation. The kind where every expression, every lip movement, literally everything is moved with just one puppet. No switching out of the heads.
Right.
Or far less frequent switching out of the heads. We saw this a lot with Will Vinton's claymation, and we saw it a whole lot with
with Wallace and Gromit.
The folks who created Wallace and Gromit. For years, these characters, and many others from Aardman Studios, delighted audiences with this style of animation.
Correct.
Now, make no mistake, there's no right or wrong way to do stop motion. I mean, these other films are insanely impressive by any definition.
Okay, fair enough, Doug.
The style kind of feels like animating without a safety net. These expressions are being molded in the moment you're animating everything else, as opposed to picking an already sculpted head. It just
fair
feels
enough.
Like there's a touch more of a raw risk in the craft. Why does any of this matter? It doesn't. This film's CG.
But it tries to look claymation-ish, or it matches the style of Wallace and Gromit.
Released in 2006, Flushed Away is one of only 2 computer-animated films Aardman Studios ever made. Now, All Arthur Christmas just happened to be one of the greatest holiday movies of the past 10 years. Flushed
It was
Away is often
fantastic.
referred to as, oh yeah, that stop-motion movie that's not stop-motion. And this
Yeah.
because water, which the story's environment is constantly set around.
I was gonna say, oh, damn it, no! Go back. Oh!
This episode brought to you by
Damn it! Now I'm back to normal again. Fuck.
referred to as, oh yeah, that stop-motion movie that's not stop-motion. And this was because...
Right, that's what I kind of meant to say. I actually thought it was, I knew it was different than claymation. I thought it was more CGI based, but the point is I knew it was different than most animations that they make.
As water, which the story's environment is constantly set around, would damage the clay puppets, and the cost of using other effects to replicate the water would be so high it just made sense to go CG.
Actually, that's a fair enough assessment.
It's a pretty big box office disappointment, splitting ties between DreamWorks and Aardman. Even the reception online seems to be, it's alright, I guess. And
yeah, I don't think it's the worst thing I've seen, but there's definitely better.
It's like one of the great comedies, but for an idea I certainly can say I had no interest in. I mean, rats in the sewer doesn't sound that gripping.
Not really.
Kitchen, that's a masterwork. I also thought it was pretty inventive, energetic, and yeah, pretty funny. The film has found a comfortable life on home video in recent years, and I'm here to ask, does it deserve even better than that? Does it deserve more than, yeah, I'll just put it on, entertain my kids along with Minions 25? We're gonna take a closer look. Let's see why going down the shitter might not be as bad as you thought. Even in England, I see what y'all eat. Let's take a look at Flushed Away.
Is that a real food?
With a family leaving for vacation, leaving their pet Rowdy, voiced by Hugh Jackman, in a room of DreamWorks and Aardman references. Yeah, get used to those.
Hey, what are you all standing
I actually didn't realize that.
Big day plan. Let's go, people.
Wait, where's Rowdy's butlers? You know,
He doesn't.
hamsters in tiny suits that did everything for him.
I don't think he had
The
it.
video game, you stupid words are somehow alive. I mean, in the movie. At
Oh,
least, I thought I meant in the movie.
So the video game one had characters that don't end up in the movie. I mean, that makes sense, but because sometimes they add characters for no reason. But were they supposed to be in the movie?
Oh my god, did I confuse these guys in the game for being in the movie all along? But I never even played the game.
Something a crazy person would say and you suck.
Yeah,
Damn.
Guess you're right. Well, wait, what about the trailers?
73% of household accidents happen in one particular room.
No.
I kept my legs straight, Spike.
Nope, not at all.
Bon voyage! Help!
I never knew about those hamster
Wow,
guys,
okay.
so...
Every single trailer and commercial doesn't seem to have them. Even in the Japanese trailer, they don't show up. Wait, whose hands are those? Wait, who's that?
Oh!
That? No,
The
no,
Japanese
I'm not
one
crazy.
has
I
it?
have to keep searching. Let me keep looking through YouTube here. There they are! There they are! They're the butlers! Yes! Yeah, it took me a while
Nice.
to find it, but there is just one teaser trailer on YouTube where you can see Roddy had two butlers. They
Interesting.
were far into production, but at the last minute, they pulled him out. That is so gratifying to know.
That actually is gratifying to
And yeah,
know.
the film is better without him. Okay, as much as I said stop motion with clay
maybe.
is a lot riskier, this is an example of why CG sometimes can be beneficial. These characters
Fair
sure
enough.
would have been fine, but seeing Roddy interact with literally nobody is a lot funnier, and emphasizes the point of the story a lot better. And you can't really erase him from the movie with stop motion. Not without it costing a fortune
Yes.
given the Arwen and Helm's Deep treatment.
I mean, considering where the movie was gonna go, like with him going down the toilet, I'm guessing the butler hamsters wouldn't follow him, so they would be very forgettable. You know, they'd just be around for them. I mean, maybe if they went back and forth, or like we see like what the butlers do in the spare time, like maybe Rodney says something like, "I'm sure my butlers are working for me right now," and like it sees them like partying in the house while they're gone or something. Would be kind of funny, actually.
And yeah, this opening of Roddy acting like a hotshot with literally no friends at all is both kind of sad, but really hilarious at the same time.
He uses the puppet's head, the doll's head for CPR.
Because he was the ball chin guy in movie 43.
See you tomorrow.
Damn,
Good, they cut out the butlers and the scene where he sleeps with that doll in the same bed.
really?
Roddy hears a noise in the middle of the night, and up from the sink erupts Sid. Voiced by Shane Ridge.
Right, a fat rat.
TV?
Well, yes.
Say no more.
So yeah, I haven't talked much about the animation yet, and it's a little tricky. With
Yeah.
After Christmas, they leaned hard into a different style that really matches the 3D world and movie.
Right.
Where this is clearly trying to replicate the style of Nick Park.
Correct.
Honestly, it probably should have waited another 5 years or so. Like when Lego Movie came out, it looked
yeah.
so good, everyone swore it was stop motion. And that's not the case here.
Wait, it actually wasn't stop motion? It was CGI? That actually is pretty crazy. That I actually didn't know that about the Lego movie. But that would make sense. There actually is some animations where it is CGI, but they have a filter that makes it look claymation. So yeah, I agree with you, Doug.
The choppy animation looks great with clay because you know every frame was on a real set with real clay being sculpted.
Right.
Here, we know it's all just from a computer, so not using motion blurs for a lot of the movement comes across as kinda lazy looking CGI, even when we know it's a stylistic choice. If anything, it just makes you wonder what this all would have looked like in stop motion. And I
Oh,
don't think
some of the
that's goal.
textures are a little weird as
Came
well.
out the same year as Arthur and the Invisibles, it looks a little better.
Yeah. Fair enough.
It also doesn't help that Sid is not the funniest character.
Do you like
He's just kind of a
Can I
jerk.
call you a cab?
See? Food! Yeah.
I know he's supposed to be
No.
off-putting, but there's a humorous way to do that in this.
Oh, careful, mate. Those aren't chocolate buttons.
Is literal shit on the ground. Don't make me talk for 5 hours again about how to do this right.
Oh,
Ryan
no.
tries to get
Please
rid
don't.
of the unappealing Sid by telling him the toilet is a jacuzzi.
Be seeing you, my friend.
Right, and he reveals...
toilet when I see one.
Well, going by literally 1 minute ago, no.
I mean,
Flushes
that's actually a good point, Doug.
him down the drain.
Have you seen my dad?
See my dad?
Right,
Yeah.
that Nemo
And
reference.
weirdly liked acknowledging they knew what Finding Nemo was for some reason.
Hey,
Oh, yeah.
Nemo, I found Nemo.
Looney
Yes, in the
Tunes back in
series.
action. That is a good movie for me. If you review that soon, Doug, I'm gonna watch that because I love that one.
He discovers the city of Retropolis, and this is where the film starts to get fun.
All
The
right.
design of this place is really inventive and has a
Oh
lot
yeah,
of
using a
talent.
porta potty
I
and a
love checking out
phone
what
booth.
doubles as buildings or everyday items down here. And so help me, I love it when Brits make fun of Americans.
Make it move, honey.
Boy, you got a face like a frying pan.
Come on, honey.
I don't think he speaks English.
Okay, so we legally allowed Dick Van Dyke to get away with this. It's time to move on.
You're trying to get up top, me hearty.
Here's an
He's got
example of
a
a joke.
wire hook
The
for a
sea captain
hand.
tells him to get back to the surface, he needs a boat called the Jammy Dodger.
The name of the boat's the Jammy Dodger.
Thanks.
You're welcome.
That's pretty funny.
I love it because not only do you have to ask, why does he have that, but then you also notice that his peg leg is a pencil. Maybe I just know if I went crazy,
And also, for some reason, he also has the fish that goes, "Have you seen my dad?" So I'm guessing that's his dad, or maybe he's just gonna cook him. I don't know.
probably go the same crazy as this guy. He stumbles across the captain named Rita, voiced by Kate Winslet, who's on the run from gangsters she stole a ruby from. They're captured by Spike, voiced by Andy Serkis, and Whitey, voiced by Bill Knight.
Right, the lab rat, Whitey.
Ain't that right, Persuader?
Yeah.
The Persuader's alive, Spike.
Whitey's my favorite character.
Yeah, he's pretty good.
Spit it out. Look at the bottom. I mean, is it me or is it oddly shaped?
I mean, it's no gadget, but I don't think it's that oddly shaped.
Oh, come on.
In the booty.
Okay, I'm that's with something.
Okay, that was a good one. Ruby in the booty.
The crime boss simply called the Toad, voiced by Ian McKellen.
Is your new boyfriend a waiter?
Boyfriend?
Waiter?
And because I know you're just waiting for me to make a Wolverine and Magneto joke.
That remarkable metal doesn't run through your entire body, does it?
No, I'm
No.
CG. Oh, right.
I just want to get home to Kensington.
Up top?
Yes.
Huzzah! A man of quality.
He's obsessed with what he thinks is high art of the royal family from up top, but it turns out it's all just souvenir kitsch.
Right.
To the touch.
Easy, Tiger.
You make me giggle like Patrick was here.
Oh dear.
So, okay, watching it again, I will admit there are a fair amount of jokes that are a little lame.
He's a madman! Run away!
Nope.
My fly's undone.
But a lot of humor does come from these eccentric characters reacting to other eccentric characters. Like
I also love that one guy just has a thimble attached to his nose for no reason.
literally
like it's
wants
supposed to
put
be
him
like
on
a
ice
mask.
next to a rat Han Solo.
Former
I didn't
enemies, thieves.
Wait, hold up. A Red Han Solo? Oh my gosh, it actually... How did I never notice that? Thanks. Alright then. Okay, to be fair, I've rarely watched this, but... Okay, I never thought I'd see that.
To a rat Han Solo.
Former enemies, thieves, double-crossers, and do-gooders.
I
Damn.
just love this world has rat Christianity. Like, no, there's no joke I can tell that won't piss everybody off, forget it.
No. No, there won't.
But was it those little
Don't-
red sticks from those handy snacks?
Maybe.
Last week my pictures turned into a banana.
How?
Very rare. All of them. They all turned into this one banana. I
Into
tried
a one
calling
banana?
scientists about it, but they don't believe me. Idiots. We are way too behind on our banana science. So I gotta figure out a way to save what little pictures I have left. I mean, most of them are this banana. Thank God for Legacy Box.
Yeah.
Legacy Box. Because for most people, their photos don't turn into bananas. They instead, like fade
You
away
alright, Doug?
and rot and deteriorate. Has this happened
I
to
mean-
anyone? Oranges, apricots, tomatoes are fruit, right? No.
No, tomato is a fruit.
Oh, yes. No. Yes.
Yes, it is.
Thank God for Legacy Box.
What about a
On top of
pumpkin? A
this, something
pumpkin's
to put
also
my
a fruit.
arms on, it's also very convenient at transforming your pictures, videos into digital.
Right, sorry, I gotta
media
skip the rest of this.
The world's digitized critic. Legacy banana. What?
It turned into a banana.
Hey folks, I'm playing Arkham City every Friday.
Oh,
on-
you're playing Arkham City.
Got
That might
content
actually be
5
fun
days
to
a week.
watch.
Hope to see you. Literally giving a rat has a way to get out of their predicament.
There's a paperclip in my back pocket. See if you can get it. In the pocket, in the pocket.
Okay, this movie is literally giving a rat's ass to give us that rat's ass. They escape with the ruby that she says originally belonged to her father.
Then he took the master cable.
There are things I want to do, sights I want to see.
Oh, come on.
Wasn't on the list.
Okay, I'm feeling better about my gadget joke earlier because somebody was clearly working through something with this.
Yeah,
I know
kind
Bryce's
of.
jokes are pretty easy laughs, but not only is this one with the hammer one of the most painful I've
Ooh.
ever seen.
Yeah. Oh!
My balls literally just cried watching that.
Yeah.
But then you have this topper.
Yeah, the kid hitting them.
There's some good funny in this.
Just-
Gets to her ship and Roddy climbs aboard and discovers the ruby isn't real.
yeah, it's just a glass.
Let me know.
Watch this.
Damn.
The ruby may be fake, but that reaction to such cruelty? Priceless.
Yeah.
Roddy says there's a jewelry box back home, and if she gets him there, he can give her some of the jewelry. This causes her to make a stop at her home, and you wouldn't think seeing her family would be that funny, but not only is the stability of this house hilarious, the design of all these psycho kids a riot, but they also cram a ton of jokes in a very short amount of time. I
Yeah.
had to watch
They call
this
me
scene
Shocky.
times before
And he
I
just
feel like I
fibrillates
caught
him.
all of them. It's an impressive couple of seconds.
Who might you be, little chap?
There it is.
Call me Shocky.
Why
Hi.
do they call you that?
Because this.
Reminds me of my childhood.
Damn.
They get back in the water and are chased
Doug,
down
do
by
you need
Toad's
help?
henchmen. Again, the everyday appliances these things
Oh,
use for weapons and
that the
vehicles are
freaking
really
toaster.
plus the slapstick, still pretty solid.
Oh, ow, 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 ow. Oh, come on.
20 crotch shots in this, and I'm surprised like 18 of them are working.
Yeah.
They escape again, so Toad sends in his cousin named LeFrog, voiced by Sean Rendon.
Le Frog.
Forgive me, my warty English cousin.
Clearly someone in the naming department was not doing, does not deserve that little penny. Frickin' the Toad and Le Frog, which just means the frog.
But this bizarre obsession with the rats, it is not good for you.
Who can look at this imagery and say, yeah, it's just doing what every anime film does? This film ain't perfect, but when it gets really crazy and weird, it kind of is.
Yeah, a little.
Goes into his backstory about how he was a pet for Prince Charles, until he was replaced with a pet rat, hence the hatred he has for the entire species.
Wow.
Cruelly plunged into a whirlpool of despair.
And since then, I put a curse on the royal family. I wonder how that's doing.
Not well,
Reason to cut the
I
butlers
think.
out. It leads to both a really funny, but also really
Sorry, I didn't mean to pause
sad
there.
joke where Roddy keeps saying goodnight to Rita because he just likes hearing somebody actually say goodnight back to him.
Right.
Good night.
Good night, Roddy.
Good night.
Good night, Ned.
Ugh.
Good night, Spot. Good night.
Good night.
Okay, we get it.
They're attacked by the French frogs, though, and
Right.
okay, mimes have been done to death in animated films by this point, but tell me this doesn't breathe some new life into it.
Yeah, this is a pretty good one.
Of deception
Stop dancing.
must end. Return what you have stolen from me. Enough dancing.
I like even the Toad gets confused how the mechanics work.
The king
Turn around.
turned. That's plain damn.
That doesn't make any sense.
He's actually looking for a cable that Rita stole and is using as a belt, which is part of a diabolical plan he has for a death machine. And yeah, I bet you never heard this joke when it comes to the French.
Oh boy.
Okay, men. To
Formation. We surrender. Not that one, you
Snails
idiots.
And we'll get French bingo.
No.
Cliff, but Roddy uses a bag as a parachute to get themselves out of danger.
Right, they end up surfacing. I'm surprised Doug has not said anything about the slugs yet. Because, you know, I know that that's one thing that people didn't like, was the slugs constantly singing. I think my favorite joke from them, though, was like when the ambient music was like trying to be scary, and Rodney looks and he sees them all doing it in the corner.
Look, I can see Simon Cowell jokes literally not aging well.
You need Botox. You need a facelift.
They make it to Rowdy's house where he holds up his end of the deal and totally steals from his owners.
Love to meet your family.
He lied about having a family before, so he pretends Sid is his
Oh, yeah.
brother named Rupert.
What did he do to that doll?
This is, Rupert.
What?
And as not particularly funny as I found this character, this bit did make me laugh.
We're very close, aren't we, Rupert? On with the tour, shall we?
Hello, Sid.
Hello, Rita.
Damn, yeah, she knows immediately
Oh,
who he
thank God, At
is.
least half the third act was going to be dedicated to this. Rita discovers he's all alone on the surface and of course is too proud to admit that he needs her. Again, a pretty tired trope, but it doesn't last long as Roddy puts together Toad's evil plan is to flood the town of rats at halftime.
Right.
That's the Toad's plan. That's why he needs the cable. When everyone goes to the toilet, the whole city will be flushed away.
That's why he was
And
working
there's
on
the
exploiting
movie quote. Now we
merchandise.
can
The henchman
survive the
captures Rita
Punami.
off screen, a little odd. It's like jumping from here to here in Home Alone.
Yeah.
Toad gets the cable and Rita's hung over the soon-to-be flooded town. So Roddy decides to make Sid the official pet of the house if he sends him back below. He saves Rita, but Toad
Yeah,
and his men
the fact that he
spot them.
just let him have it. Wow.
When these moments work, they really work. They find a...
God.
When these moments work,
Like,
they really work.
that's a
Soon as he
joke
flooded-
you could have.
So Roddy
Hold on.
decides to make Sid the official pet of the house if he
where
sends
is
him
it?
back below. He saves Rita, but Toad and his
Okay.
men spot them.
Okay. He's like,
Stop them!
like, hey kid, I got a new Fortnite card for you. Bye-bye.
I'm sorry, when these moments work, they really work. They find
I don't know,
out
it's
the
the best I
town
could
is
think of, I'm sorry.
Millions of digested mushy peas are flushed towards their home.
Ugh. No! Giant wave!
They get Toad's liquid nitrogen to freeze up the wave. See if they could figure it out in that Jackman McKellen movie. Why couldn't they in this one? And the day
Fair
is
enough.
saved.
I was wondering if you do build a Jammy Dodger Mark II, you wouldn't happen to need a first mate, would you?
Oh, you wouldn't be my first mate. Oh, you mean on the ship? Oh, yeah, sure.
Yeah.
We get some more slug mugging, which, yeah, maybe there's a little too much of that in this.
Okay. I'm surprised you didn't talk about it earlier.
Leaving Sid in his new home.
Roddy, they've brought you a new friend.
Yeah, freaking cat.
And that was Flushed Away, and I don't know, I guess I have a real soft spot for it.
Yeah, it's not that bad.
Watching it again, I certainly do notice the weaker jokes more, and yeah, sometimes some side characters like the slugs can be a little minion-esque. But when it goes weird, imaginative, and unapologetically silly, I think it's a ton of fun.
Yeah.
There's just way too much goofy imagery and surreal zaniness to overlook. When boring or unfunny moments hit, they don't last long, and honestly, some of those moments are saved by just looking at the reactions of the characters, who are animated and performed very charmingly.
Yeah.
I guess if somebody sees this film as just passable, I can see that, as it's not all laugh out loud funny.
That's fair enough.
Moments that are make this trip down the crapper a surprisingly fun one.
Yep.
I'm the nostalgia critic guy, remember, so you don't have to.
Thanks, Doug. Oh well, I was thinking there was going to be a joke there. Oh well. Alright. Yeah, so just about the same. A solid movie, but like maybe not the best, but still surprisingly funny. Yeah, I'd actually, alright. About the, like, CGI claymation-ish film, I think it works solidly for the most part. I mean, I do think it's a fun kid adventure. And I definitely think Wallace and Chicken Run are definitely 1,000 times better. I feel really bad that claymation is not used as often as it used to be, because honestly, claymation is one of my favorite styles of animation. And every character feels very unique when they move around and do stuff. You know, you can see the work that's put into it when you watch it. Cause like, I don't know, I've seen a couple films like Coraline, Paranorman. You know, I've seen Wendell and Wild as well, which honestly that was kind of the weaker one of those films, but still solid enough, I guess. But like movies like Chicken Run, Wallace and Gromit, those always have cracked me up, and I've always loved, like, again, like thumbprints that you see on their face when you watch it, because you can see like the stuff they put into it. Honestly, if they made a version of Flushed Away now, with with how we have CGI now, where we can actually put a filter to make it look very like stop motion-ish and claymation-ish, this could actually work just fine. I think that actually could make it look a lot better and surprisingly be a better film. As for the jokes, though, with the modern world now, not too sure. I mean, we'd probably just see rats doing TikToks or something. And I don't know, maybe they use like an actual stopwatch or something for that. I don't know. There's some joke involved there, but no, I mean it could work. Again, humor is subjective. I'm not. So honestly, I think that could work. But overall, good to see that Flushed Away, while it wasn't the best movie, surprisingly, a lot of people still kind of hold on and still have a soft spot for it. So that being said, hope you guys enjoyed this reaction. Be sure to like and subscribe. Be sure to check out Nostalgia Critic and my videos if you want. That being said, I'll see y'all next time. Bye!